Wow, that finale, I have no words. It was more than what I thought it would be. What a great way to end this season. It was suspenseful, thrilling, a lot of emotion. It felt cinematic. It felt like I was watching a movie. I just felt pulled into the story more so than I was within the rest of this season. And it was just a great way to lead off into season 4. But this is it, the finale to Handmaid's Tale season 3. Everyone, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this finale, and where do you think it's going into season 4? Before I get started talking about the finale, just letting you all know, since this is the finale, I have other shows in mind that I am also reviewing. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, I just started reviewing on Monday nights The Terror Infamy, which is season 2 of that show, and I'll put the link above me if you're interested in hearing about that. I'm also reviewing the upcoming second season of Mindhunter, which is on Netflix. That's coming out this Friday, so keep a lookout for that one within the next week. And also on FX, premiering September 14th, I believe, we have the new season, the 9th season of American Horror Story 1984. Another one I'm really excited. I also will be reviewing this show per episode. So just a heads up, just keep an eye out for these great shows coming up. I'm really excited about them. But right now, we're here to talk about Handmaid's Tale. This finale, like I said, was something that I was expecting because we knew what June was doing. We knew that she was trying to get these kids out, and I had said from the beginning when I started reviewing this season that something was going to happen, something big by the end of this finale. We didn't know what at the time. By the time we got to somewhat towards the middle of this season, maybe a few episodes before the finale, we realized that June now wants to get a bunch of kids out, not just her daughter. So her priority is no longer her daughter, but it's just all the children. Well, we can all agree that the main focus of this finale was the exodus of the children, getting them out of Gilead. Another important thing that happened was also the arrest of Serena. So those are the two main things I'll really be talking about regarding this finale. I'm just telling you all how much of a satisfying finale it was, and to bridge it to this 4th season, and it's really unpredictable of where our main characters are going to end up going. I think it's safe to say that I was feeling dread and tense almost the entire hour, and you can tell a lot of the other characters were like that too, especially June. But June, you can tell also, she really took a lot of bold steps. She made a lot of choices that really put herself out there and putting everyone first and making sure that everyone got on the plane, and she just didn't care anymore. She just wanted to get as many innocent people out of Gilead as she could. But you can just see how everyone looks up to her. Everyone is so proud of her. She is looked up as a savior in a way because she is getting everyone outside of there while she is still suffering in this place. But aside from everything that happened in the present time, what I really, really liked about this episode was at the very beginning. We backtrack all the way to season 1, and I knew something was off. She looked a bit different. She looked scared, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And then I realized that this is back to season 1, which, by the way, was probably one of the more unsettling moments in this episode, just because of seeing the women being treated the way they were. They were being treated like cattle, and it was just wrong. It was disturbing on so many levels. But what made it so important was to see June's character. She was very timid, very unknowing of what was going on. She wasn't as confident, and now we see her in the present towards the end of this, and she's shooting guys, she's going to enemy lines, and she's willing to put herself out there in order to save others. So you can see how far she's gone since the 1st season. It is an unfortunate shame, though, that her heroism brings her to dire consequences. She gets shot, and the woman's still alive. She is so strong, but I wanted her to get on that plane, and she did a very big thing. It was a big deal to get this whole plane full of people, especially all those kids, out of Gilead. In that sequence when they're at the airport, it was probably one of the most emotional moments, not one of the darkest, but actually one of the lightest moments in probably the entire show. Seeing all those kids there, they're unaware of this new world, and the question the one girl asks Moira, am I allowed to wear whatever I want? Is this the place? And that just, it struck me thinking, wow, these people have been in an entirely different world, and they have no idea what freedom is like. But it's great. The kids, they all get out into Canada safely, thank God. And with the other side of the story with the Waterfords, it's once again a very small piece of the finale, but it's still just as important because Serena gets arrested. And I am not surprised that Mr. Waterford got her in trouble because he feels betrayed by her. And Serena, as I said before, she's always somebody that I feel like I'm on the fence with her. I kind of like her, I kind of didn't. And now I think I like her. I mean, she's been swaying me both ways throughout this entire season, but I feel if I had to pick sides, I'd rather be on her side than Mr. Waterford's side. But as I said before, it did not surprise me that he was going to do something in order to get her in trouble, and of course she gets arrested. And this leads me to saying now, you have these two, which are pretty much villains of the show, they're both prisoners. You have June that's been wounded, and then you have Mr. Lawrence, which I forgot to mention, that he's now alone in this house, and who knows what's going to happen to him. But all these characters, very unpredictable of where they're going to go once season 4 premieres. For my theories of where I think these characters are going to go, for the Waterfords, I feel they're probably going to be in prison for quite some time. Maybe not the entire season of season 4, but I feel they're going to be there for a few episodes at least. For Mr. Lawrence, I hope nothing bad happens to him, because now I think I really do like him. He was also someone else I was kind of on the fence with. I wasn't sure how to feel. He felt like a bad guy before, and now I think he's more of a good guy, and I just feel sorry that he lost his wife. So hopefully he's somebody that doesn't get in trouble for everything that he's done to help the handmaids and the Marthas and all the kids. So he's someone that I'm hoping we see later on in season 4, because he wasn't really one of the main characters. And then of course there's June. She's been shot. There's other handmaids there that took her away. And now Mr. Lawrence is gone pretty much within her staying at that house. She can't stay there anymore. The Waterfords aren't there. They're now prisoners. Where can she go? Obviously she can go with another commander. Or another thing that I'm thinking, maybe she'll go into hiding, but the problem is where? Because now with all these kids gone, with all these Marthas gone, people are going to start wondering, where did everyone go? And, who knows, there will be an investigation to what happened. And hopefully all the evidence doesn't point to June, because people like Aunt Lydia, I feel she's kind of suspicious, especially with that one scene where she was noticing how all the other handmaids were looking up to her. And I think she's really having second thoughts on what June has been doing this whole time. I mean, it's just my theory, but I feel that she knows something is up. Overall though, as I said before, the finale was great. It was a great way to end this season. And I've said it before within all the episodes that I've reviewed that I have liked each one, but when I look at all of them, being that I've watched every single one, I have to say this isn't my favorite season. I think season 1 is the best. Season 2 is almost good as 1. This one is kind of below season 2. There were just some things that didn't feel the same as they were in season 1 and 2, because a lot more trivial things had occurred. And this season here, took a lot of turns that nobody was expecting. It just felt like some of these episodes felt to be a little bit of a filler type. They were just filling in time in order to make 13 episodes. And I'm not saying they were bad. I just felt sometimes there were some moments where I felt weren't really needed. But overall, this finale really made up for everything that had happened within the last 12 episodes. And it just gives a great bridge onto where season 4 is going to end up heading. But let me just say to anyone that's been watching my reviews for this season since episode 1, thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hearing my thoughts on it. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a fun time doing this show. It's one of my first shows that I reviewed all the way on my channel, so it was a great time. I want to do more of them. I cannot wait for season 4, of course, and as well as my channel, if you're not familiar with it, check out the other shows that I mentioned before that I will be reviewing, and of course, movies and more. I hope you all enjoyed it. You all are awesome. I'll see you later.